y'all doing today? Oh my goodness, what the frig's really going on? So there's some things are different here today. I decided to keep the Chevy springs because they were not bad, and this big heavy honking sucker, I could only find one of them on a previous episode, and I actually found another one similar to it, but it wasn't exact. I tried putting two heavy ones on the original positions, but they were a little bit too long for that. See how long it is compared to the previous positions or my original positions. So I got 3 of them on there now, and she's good. She makes me happy now. So I can stand right on the bottom of the blade now, and I'm about 140 pounds. I'm not a huge guy, but I can stand right on the bottom of the blade now, and it doesn't trip or doesn't spring. I can lean back on it and it springs a little bit, but it's much stronger now. It's adjustable. This one here is closer to the front, but it could be trimmed, or you could probably do something about that. So I had to do that because the spring is longer and I needed to get tension, and I needed to get it back far enough that I could still get my pin in and out. I'm probably going to change that pin, make something a little bit longer with a handle on it and a taper, like a point on the end, so it drops in easier, or it'll find center. And I put these stoppers on here, so when it trips down and it comes back, she stops there. That's about as far as she goes. So she's sitting up against the stoppers right now, and the springs are pulling it up against the stoppers. They're pretty heavy duty as well. So I got one on each side there, and I've got a little bit of weld splatters here because I was just welding this U-bolt here in position. So she's a little bit splattery. Now the last thing I'm going to do is drill those 2 more holes. I had a yellow mark here somewhere there, and I think the welds pretty much erased it. I can see it a little bit there. And on the other side, I'm going to drill another one there. So I'm going to have the 5 positions like I talked about previously. I'm going to go ahead and do that next, just drill some holes. I think it just needs batteries. It's LED light. Yeah, that one, they're nice, they're not bad. I've got 3 or 4 of those little ones. Well, it was just a matter of drilling some more holes, and now I've got 5 positions instead of 3. It's a little bit harder to turn with this center spring on it, but no big deal. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions, and that's the angle to the right, not all the way, but that's the middle position angled to the right. So that's one of the new positions that I just drilled, or that's the new position that I just made. So those holes that those 2 that I just drilled, 1 on each side, they give me a medium angle. So that's pretty awesome. And I'm going to call this mission complete. I spent a little bit of time on it in my free time, or when I wasn't busy. Almost, I don't know, 2 weeks in my free time. So if you weren't busy, you could probably build this in less than a week, I guess, and probably even faster if you have plans. I didn't have any plans, so I just, made it all from junk, what I had laying around, and that's kind of my thing, making something out of nothing. That's my favorite thing to do, is build stuff out of junk, something functional. So it's a little bit ugly, but it's definitely functional. It could use a coat of paint. Well, just finishing touches here. I made this locator pin. It's tapered on the end, and it's spaced up about 1 inch, I guess. I know it's a little ugly, but oh well. Functional. So that's the new locking pin with a handle, and being tapered, it finds center a little easier, so you don't have to be precise, or you don't have to be as precise. And it's long, so there's quite a bit of weight that hangs off of the down, so it's not gonna bounce out or fall out or anything like that. And this is an old gas tank strap off of some vehicle, and they have a bolt that goes through the gas tank strap, and it's doubled laminated here where the bolt goes through, and then there's a single ply on the handle, and it's got like a, oh my goodness, it's got like a bevel to it, so it's pretty strong for how thin it is, because of the shape of it. It's got like a tapered, rounded shape to it. Anyway, I got butterfingers today. I keep dropping it. So yeah, that's my new locator pin, and it could be, I had planned on using like a U-bolt with a magnet on one side, and it would just stick to the metal so it wouldn't ever fall out or pop out. But I don't know, it could, if you were worried about it, you could use a magnet or a little chain or something, so if it does fall, it's not going to go anywhere. I also cleaned up a few things, like these corners here, cleaned those up a little bit, and some of my welds across the bottom. This very bottom edge here, it's just mated to that angle iron underneath, and I went right across the edge welding, and so it's not exactly a straight edge. So there's a couple spots like here, and where it's like bubble gummed a little bit. So I just grinded them down a little. That's all she's getting for now. This here could be trimmed a little bit. Could cut about half of that off if necessary. So yeah, I'm officially done with this. All the angles are 5 different angles to choose from, and they're all good to go. There's some cuttings down in here from when I was drilling and welding and stuff. no big deal. The springs work good. It's a lot stronger now with that third spring in the middle. Angles work, goes up and down with the winch. And yeah, mission accomplished. I'm kind of proud of this, considering how good it turned out, or how good it works and how strong it is. It's not going to win any beauty prizes, but if it wasn't so damn cold here in Canada, I'd probably put a coat of paint on it. Anywho, like I said, that's all she's getting for now. She's functional, and function over form. Has to work better than it looks. Well, I usually put my stickers on stuff when I make them, or yeah, when I make something or build something. I usually put my name on it. This is the new style. Oh, it's not sticking very good. She's cold. Cold outside. Frig, maybe I'll go get the torch or something and warm up this side. Well, I warmed her up. With the torch, and then on the inside or the outside, whatever you want to call it. And then it just peeled off so easy, and everything stayed and laid. Stayed down and laid down. Lay down and stay down. Yeah, friggin' right. That's the first time I've laid down one of the big 12-inch, the new style. That's the old style there, and it doesn't have the Instagram symbol. It's 12, that's the 12-inch long one, but it's not quite as tall. No Instagram symbol, and it's really long, so much longer. Man, those springs are so much stronger than having just two. Way stronger. Takes me like a lot of force to try to get it to move at all. Well, this thing's been useful. This is the second project I've used this tank for. On the other side, I've cut the whole bottom out, and I've cut the whole side out. So I've got two projects made from this one tank. So that's pretty awesome. Well, I wish it wasn't so cold so I could put a coat of paint on it, because I'm really proud of this one. Proud of how it turned out and how good it works. Yeah, I'm really proud of this one, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out so far. Or yeah, happy with the final result.